This is the Cadence of Life podcast, where we interview music professionals and entrepreneurs and learn the ins and outs of their career. Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the Cadence of Life podcast show. This is your host, Jeff Strahan, aka your boy Jay Ree. I just want to throw it out there, man. We have the word that we might be on TV soon, Austin Network. So hopefully, if all things go well, then maybe by next month or the month after, we will be broadcasting all of our podcasts on live television off of Austin Public. My guest today has worked in the Texas music scene for many years. He has started his career as a DJ and moved up to music production shortly after. He has made beats for Dope House Records, BAMN Entertainment, South Ocean Records, and lots of local independent artists as well. He is now a rapper and songwriter for Hood Fella Entertainment and has performed at many venues and car shows all around Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome GillaMan Beats.
What's up, bro?
What's good with it, GillaMan?
Man, chilling, brother.
Man, it's been a good minute, man, that I've been following your career and been following all your music, man. So it's a big honor to have you on, man. You're kind of like a little legend off in here in Austin, man.
I'd like to think so.
That's cool, man. So my first question has been ticking on me, man, ever since I first learned about what you do, man. So what was it like working for Dope House Records, man?
Man, it was an experience. A buddy of mine, John Paul Ramirez, he actually took me in when I was younger and showed me the ropes as far as the music industry goes. He was working out in Houston with Charles Chavez and Lederman Records at the time. And he was like, hey, you know what? Let's go out to Houston. I got some buddies that you can meet. You can hook up with them. Maybe you can get some songs in. And they ended up buying 2 tracks. The first 2 tracks I sold, actually, ever. And that's how I got my foot in the door, man. From then on, I just started working with other people, and it just kind of took off from there.
Man, that's awesome. That's awesome. So what songs are like they were actually tracks that were out on albums or something?
Yeah, one of them was with Grim. The other one with Rashid and Russell Lee. Me and Russell Lee put some stuff together, worked on some stuff. And so, yeah, they're out. Carlos is, hopefully he'll be getting out soon and we can get going again, man, you know?
Yeah, man, that's so awesome, man. Like, that's kind of like a legend here in Texas, man. If anybody don't know who Dope House Records is, and if you from Texas, man, you sleeping.
Yeah, definitely that.
Yeah, man. So, what would you tell a young producer that's just coming up, man, that's just learning the game? What would be some good advice that you might have for a young producer?
Just to have patience, because you got to have patience in this game, man. Not everything's going to fall in your lap. You know, some people get lucky, some people don't, but just never give up. Keep going and following your dream. If that's what you want to do in life, you know, everybody told me the worst, that I was wasting my time, that I wasn't going to get anywhere with it, that nothing was ever going to happen. And I didn't listen to anybody, man. I just kept going. And now I'm able to make money off of what I love doing and have it as a job, you know? So I'm blessed about that, you know?
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, now I touched in the intro about a little bit about your rapping and your songwriting. What venues have you played at?
As far as Austin goes, everywhere. From times when they had the back room open to Eden 2000 to, I mean, all over, bro. All over. Too many to count.
So have you done any Texas Heat Wave shows?
Yeah, I was on the tour with Bill and them for about 3 years with Hoodfella. Every year Mike would go and get us a 6-city tour. So we'd go to South Padre, Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, Corpus, We did that for about 3 years, and then after that, the heat just got to us too much, man, and it was killing us. Big props to all the people that are out there just nonstop touring, man. I mean, because it takes a toll on you after a while. You just want to just be back home and with your family, you know, and you know, it seems like 6 cities isn't a lot, man, but when you're away from your family, it's a lot.
Well, then
So,
you know you also have to be perfect at every single show. You know, basically,
yeah,
you can't mess
yeah,
up. You gotta have your rehearsals, and you gotta have all that kind of stuff. And then you got the after parties, and
yeah.
you know, I
Exactly
can see
right.
how it could get really hectic after a while.
Oh yeah, man. It takes a toll on you, but
Yeah, man. Uh, what would be your go-to instrument when you make your melodies?
I would have to say the piano. The piano. When I was younger, I got into a lot of trouble, you know, and I was in TYC, the Texas Youth Commission, and while everybody would be outside playing basketball, I seen this piano that was in the cafeteria, and I used to tell Ms. Garza, "Can I go and play that piano that's in the cafeteria?" And she'd be like, "Yeah, go ahead, go ahead." So when I started with one hand, just dun 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 dun, and I became so infatuated with it, man, that I started dreaming it, like me playing the piano. And when I remember in these dreams vividly, like the keys that I was pushing. So the next day when I woke up, I was like eager, like if I can only remember what I was pushing, maybe I can make something. And Jeff, with everything in me, I did that, and it was beautiful. You know,
Yeah,
the
yeah, man.
I don't know notes for nothing. I can't read music sheet music, nothing like that. But as soon as I hear a note, I know what note it is in my head. You know, and I can go and I play it. The drums, the guitar, the piano. Never had a lesson in my life, but God gave me that gift to pick it up and play it, man.
Yeah, man. I believe that that can happen, man. My dad, he's the same way, man. He's been playing the guitar since he was 13, and he don't know how to read sheet music. I mean, he knows what notes he's playing, like you know a G chord or you know whatever or a C chord, or you know he knows his chords, and he also knows you know tablature and stuff on the guitar. But like if he picked up some kind of song or something, and somebody tried to show him how to play it, he wouldn't know it, man. But
Yep.
he's written 350 songs of his own, just off you know learning on his own.
Yeah. I mean, man, some people are born with it. You know, they're meant to do that, and I believe that I was, you know, one of those people. You know, I'm religious, but I'm not going to throw it all in your face. But I believe that God has us everywhere where He wants us to be. You know, and my situation always the best isn't the best, but I believe that when people come through this door and they come into the studio, they're here to release something that's burdening them or bothering them, or maybe they just want to be hype and be crunk and be up and having a good time. You know, but this door is always open for anybody who needs to release it, and just, it's therapeutic. You know, you come in here and you're telling your story. You know, and you want people to hear what you got. And some stories are better than others. You know, but it's your story. You know, you come in, you tell that, and you feel that gratification inside of you for being able just to let that out. You know, and that's why music's a blessing to me. Music saved my life, man. You know, if not, I would have been in the pen or dead. You know,
Yeah, for real.
seriously. So
So when did you start out music production, or how did you start out with music production?
when I started off DJing when a buddy of mine, Mac DeLeon, DJ Dean, um, he had me come over after school and we sit there just scratching. Man, I was into the DMC competition and I love battling and doing stuff like that. So that's what I was doing. And one day I was just sitting there, I was listening to this record, and it was an 808 sound that I heard, and I was like, man, that kick right there is just off the chain. You know, I think it was DJ Magic Mike dropped the bass.
Yeah,
And when I heard that, man, I was just like, man, you know, that how do they do that? And from that point on, dude, I got into the mindset of I want to produce music, man. I think I was 16, and you know, I just went from there. I moved to Metropolis. I met Automatic, another buddy of mine, Juvie Torres, and we put a group together, man, Drunken Flow, and you know, Mike took me in, Mike Torres took me in and made me part of the group, and we made some hits, man. We made a mark in the neighborhood, definitely, you know. And from that point on, we were recognized in the Chronicle. You know, we went and did shows here and there, but everywhere we went, man, we made the best of it, you know, and those were times that I'll cherish till I'm gone. You know, they were good times, you know, in my life. And
Yeah.
after that, we just went on, you know,
I
started
think
doing
we all have to go through that period of time where we make music just to have fun, you know, just to be able to do it as a release in life, and also to just to have all the homeboys in the studio, or you know, wherever you're at, and just have fun with it, man. Just like some of these bands.
That's what it's all about, man. Doing what you love to do
Yeah.
and having a good time while you're doing it, you know.
And that's a group that I forgot to mention in the introduction. But yeah, shout out to Drunken Flow, man. Don't want to forget about them.
Already. But yeah, Mike and them were a big part of my journey in the music industry, and you know, like I said, we went on from there. Um, some went on to take care of families, you know. Others went on to pursue careers, you know, and but in the end, you know, we came back. You know, we're still working together to this day, and I wouldn't have it any other way. You know, we make good music together.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. For real, for real. Yeah. So, what would an artist expect when they're coming into your studio? Like, what is your game plan for the artist, and how does basically it all work?
When they come in, first of all, I look at it like this: my name is stamped behind everything that comes out of here, so I'm not gonna have you leave the studio sounding like crap. You know, um, as soon as they come in, I ask them right off the bat, "Are you good inside your head? You know if you're good or not." You know, like, be honest with me. Some of them will say, "Man, I need work, man. You know, that's why I'm here. I'm hoping that, you know, I can get some artist development time with you, and you can tell me how to, you know, make me an artist." You know, some of them will come in and they're just dope. You know, like right off. And I'm like, man, you know, like, I don't have to tell you much. You already got it. You know, you're on point with your doubles. You know, I ain't got to move this and this over. But regardless, every artist that comes in here, you know, I give them everything I got. You know, I'm not gonna let you leave the studio, you know, sounding whack or you know, unprofessional. In other words, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I
I
always
totally agree.
I give every artist the same respect and advice. You know, like, if I got to connect and it's gonna help you get to the next level, I'm gonna give you that connect. You know, people come in here and they're like, "Yo, I just want to come chill with you and just watch you make a beat." Man, you're more than welcome to. You want to learn how to make beats? You want to learn how to record? That's what I love to do. You know, I want my son to be able to look back and say, you know what, my dad went out and he taught people what he knew, and from this point on, they'll be able to carry that on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, for
And
sure.
it's music, man. You know, everybody needs music. Music heals. Music blesses. You know, music brings people together. You know, so I feel that's what it all comes back to. You know, God has me here for a reason. You know, like, the people that come through this door, I'm planting that seed in them. You know,
That's
and
right.
it's up to them to take it from there. You know, so that's what it is.
But yeah, that's something that I don't get a chance to talk to every artist about, or every person that comes onto my show, producer, artist, entrepreneur, or anything. But yeah, one part of the show, the one thing that I did want to do was talk about faith and how it helps you know, in your production. And it sounds to me like, you know, you have a lot of faith that goes on with all your productions.
Oh yeah, yeah. Um, I've gotten both aspects of this. You know, to a point to where I'm talking to people and they're like, you know, the keys that you play, the melodies, you know, like, it's almost like a spell, you know. And then I've gotten to the other side of it to where it's like, you know, that's beautiful, you know, the way you know, you put this together and this and that, and so there's the good and the evil in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy. I've talked to many people that have told me that, like, you know, and me, I grew up with my family and stuff. We grew up Christian and stuff, you know, and I was always told that certain types of music was bad music. I couldn't listen to this. I couldn't listen to that. And me being the rebellious person that I am, you know, I was like, I'm gonna listen to this because I like it, you know, and it sounds good. And you know, a lot of rock music I wasn't able to listen to, but as soon as I turned 13, I was sneaking over to my cousins and we were jamming out to everything, you know. And I'd have to sneak the tapes in just to listen to them, and you know, it was crazy, but you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, for sure.
you know what I mean?
Nah, man, I've been there. I've been there. I've been in that situation before, man. So I understand. And You know, I feel like I always wanted to be a singer. I always wanted to be a musician. My dad played the guitar. He had a lot of bands, and
Yeah,
for me being able to produce music, it put me in that spiritual state where I felt like I was connected to them. You know.
yeah. That's another thing. I want to collab with you, man. We got to put something together.
Yeah, for sure. I'm always down.
I can do the melody, you can do the beat, or vice versa. You know, however. But let's get something cooking, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. Shoot, I'll always be ready. You know what I mean? I stay ready. You know, I got that saying, man. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. You know, that's my motto.
That's it. That's it right there, man. But
So, who would you say that really inspired you as you're coming up? That really made you want to be a producer, or maybe you keep going in producing, or something like that?
man, there's so many producers out there that I connect with, that I vibe with. Some of them I talk to. I've just hit them up on YouTube, and we just started conversating. You know, like about plugins or. I first started off with an Sonic EPS 16 plus, and that's what I took out there to the dope house. I had a case of disc and stuff, you know, just carrying that thing around, lugging it everywhere. And then, you know, it's from that point. Let me see. I ain't even gonna lie. I forgot what the question was.
Who inspired you? No, you good.
um, who inspired me? I'd
Was
have
it
to say,
like an artist, like you heard certain types of music, or that you wanted to reproduce or make something similar, or was
when I,
it like an actual producer?
when I went out to California, I met with Potluck, Josh Lederman, and they're a big group out there in Cali. And when I was out there, I had the opportunity to meet Ritz and actually produce with him. And I'd have to say that guy right there is the most amazing artist I've ever got the opportunity to meet. He's dope, man. I was living out in Humboldt County, and he was about to go do a Canada tour. And the guys were getting a feature from him already. So while they were in the studio, they were like, you know, hey, we got an engineer here. He just moved to Cali. He's gonna come in. He's gonna do our work for us. So they called me up under there, and they shot a video. We all hung out, and I got the opportunity to sit there and work with this guy. And this guy is dope, man. He sings. He's melodic. You know, he does everything, man. He produces too, and it was a good experience, and something I'll never forget, because he's one of the artists that I always wanted to meet. I was like, who's that bushy ass? I mean, who's that guy with the bushy red hair all the time? You know. And when I heard his music, I was like, man, that guy he's fire, you know. So big shout outs to him, you know. Keep
That's
doing your
what's up,
thing, man.
man. So, who would you say that inspired you as far as your songwriting, as far as your rapping and stuff?
Um, 3 6 Mafia.
Oh, dude, yeah, for real.
3 6 Mafia, man. I got that Hypnotized Minds cassette, and it stayed in there for about a year and a half, and I didn't take that thing out, you know. And I love their beat patterns. Juicy J and DJ Paul, they're two of my favorite producers. And them guys are they're crazy, you know. That like their story, DJ Juicy J's was kind of like mine, you know. His dad being the minister and all that stuff, and the church thing, and you know, I connected with that part right off the bat, you know. So I grew up listening to them, and that's where a lot of my sound comes from. You know, the hi
Yeah.
hats, you know, and all that stuff. You know, I follow their beat patterns to the T. You know, and now they're doing the Suicide Boys things, and right out as soon as I heard them, I was like, that has to be 3 6 Mafia right there. You know, like, so. Yeah, man, they had a big influence.
Just so that way, I mean, I ain't trying to make you put out anything that you don't need to put out, but what new music do you have coming out?
I'm about to finish up this album. I know everybody's out there doing singles and stuff like that, but you know, I'm old school, man. I remember buying the CDs or the cassettes, and I bought those things just to be able to open up and look at the credits and be able to read everything, see who they're thinking, you know. And it was just something that I did. And
Oh yeah,
so
man,
the
that
new
was
album,
the
I'm
classics there, man.
and I'm gonna put it out on CD. I don't care what anybody says. You know, like I'm still gonna do it like that. I love
Hey
being
man, hey, we pop trunk on them, bro. Hey, we'll pull up to the laundromats and all the little liquor stores. We'll pop trunk.
flea markets, everything, man.
You know what I mean? Like we got the GillaMan CD right here, bro. Like, come on with it.
Hey, don't clown too much, cause watch, I'm gonna have vinyl too.
Hey, vinyl's making a comeback, man.
No,
Last
you
year
see
was
that?
well, actually, 2019 or 2020 was the top selling vinyl record since the 70s.
I'm gonna have to get back in the record pool.
Yeah,
But
I'm gonna be going to half price books in about 5 years and be like, yeah, that's that Gilla man right there, bro. Hey, that one was fire.
take the dust off that thing.
Yeah, exactly. Throw it on the turntables.
But yeah,
So do you
man,
make any of the new trap style music or do you just mess with the old school, man?
I do it all, bro. I'm trying to hit every genre that there is. You know, whether it's club, dance, pop, you know, indie rock. I want to do it all. You know, I actually want to go from this to soundtracking movies. You know,
Oh
I
yeah.
want to I want to beat battle one time, and uh, the prize was they set me in over there at Westfield Studios. They set me in this big studio, had a big screen come down. They played a piece of a movie, and I had the piano in front of me, and I had to sit there and play what I thought the scene was playing out. You
Oh,
know,
that's what's up.
and they put it in a. It went to the IFC, the Independent Film Commission. They put it in sector one of the movies they had. But when I seen them do that and the way that they did it, I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to be able to just sit here and look at a scene or a screen and then come up with the music to make it happen. You know?
Well, I do know a company that you can submit your music to for that. It's licensing, and
Yeah.
there's a website that you can go in, and all you got to do is upload an MP3, and there's different people who review it, and
Okay.
if somebody likes it, then you'll be in like a TV show or a movie or whatever, and then you'll get royalties off of it.
Man, that's where it's at. Them
Yeah,
royalties.
I can send you the link to that.
Okay. Yeah. I'll do that.
Yeah. Cause they work for like Fox and they do Netflix stuff and they do all kinds of stuff. So it don't even have to be like an actual rap song. Like you could just do some type of composure with the piano and put like movie themes behind it, you know?
Yeah. Um, buddy of mine, Mark Martinez, he's gotten a couple of my things put on like a Lethal Weapon show. Um, the Fox show. He just got 5 how do you say it? Like Latin hip hop beats that I sold to Universal Pictures, and they're gonna put them on some Latino documentary that they have going on, and so they're being placed out there. It's just I need the royalty part. That's what I need to get. I need to better myself. If I would have stuck with their royalties instead of taking that right now money, I wouldn't be in half the situation I'm in.
Yeah, man, it's all about that back end, man.
you know, and but I mean, I ain't lying. That right now money was looking good at the time, so I jumped on it. But that's when you got to be willing to give up all exclusive rights. And that's what a lot of people don't differentiate when it comes to that leasing and the exclusive rights.
Yeah. But I mean, I think the world has kind of evolved in a different direction now. I think that back in the 90s and early 2000s, everybody was just about that quick money, but everybody understands what distributors are now. Everybody understands what royalties are now, how to copyright, all that kind of stuff. So the times are moving into something different now, you know?
Yeah. It's all about if I knew now what I didn't know then. Like I wish somebody would have told me what I'm able to tell people now when they come to me as an artist. You know what I mean? But nobody ever laced me up with that. Like I've done tracks with Trey, The Truth, and all that stuff. Like Ritz, the one that I did out there in Cali with him. Um, he paid me $1,200. And it was just like here you go. I'm keeping the royalties. I got the rights. But here goes your cash. And I'm like, bet. Who don't want $1,200 at the time?
Yeah.
So
I mean, that quick money, man, when you got to pay some bills, it sounds great. But
Yeah.
you know, if you can get that back end and you can get thousands and thousands or hundreds and thousands or even millions,
Yeah.
that's where it's at, you know.
Because your royalties are always going to be there, man.
Yeah, that's right.
So
Well, man, where can the listeners find your music at? You got a website? Are you on Spotify? Where can they find you at?
I'm on Spotify. I'm on all digital platforms. You can still find me at www.hoodfellaent.com. Shout out to Mike Olivo. Um, you can find me on Facebook, GillaMan Macias, GillaMan Beats, YouTube, all the basic places, you know, I'm there. Google GillaMan and everything will pop up.
All right, yeah, y'all go ahead and go check out all his music, man. GillaMan on Spotify, GillaMan Beats on all social media networks, man. Y'all are listening to the Cadence of Life podcast show. This is Jeff Strahan, a.k.a. your boy Jay Ree. I want to thank y'all for listening, and we'll see you next time. Peace. Thank you for listening to the Cadence of Life podcast. Check us out on Facebook, the Cadence of Life podcast. You can check out your boy Jay Ree or any of his music, Beats by Jay Ree, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Thank you again for listening. See you next time.